program and the ones to come will give you joy, lift your spirits, and encourage your souls. Please invite your friends to join us every Wednesday at noon. Thank you for your prayers and continued support. The repertoire in today's recital, I'll play a three-movement programmatic suite entitled Exodus by African-American woman composer Dr. Sharon J. Willis, who composed this suite for me in 2006. This suite tells the story of Harriet Tubman and the Underground Railroad. The first movement, Chronicles, is a Passacaglia, which is a composition of variations over a recurring ground bass line and features the spirituals, Go Down Moses and Wade in the Water. The ground bass occurs 19 times in this movement to illustrate the Harriet Tubman's 19 trips to rescue slaves on the Underground Railroad. The second movement, Communion, is a meditative chorale prelude based on the spirituals, Drinking of the Wine and Let Us Break Bread Together, to illustrate the spiritual communion among the passengers of the Underground Railroad. The final movement, Celebration, employs the African juba, which is a lively duple meter dance and features the spiritual I Got a Robe. This final movement illustrates shouting and dancing in preparation for a new life of freedom. Next, I'll play a suite for organ in three movements. This suite illustrates three historic staples of musical genres within African American church culture: anthems, spirituals, and gospel music. The first movement, Aurelia, is the hymn tune that is most often paired with the text, the church's one foundation. The second movement of the suite, Great Day, is one of the well-known spirituals in the African American church tradition. The suite ends with the third movement based on the gospel song, O Happy Day. Sharon J. Willis composed this piece with the tunes cleverly hidden and disguised among the various counter melodies throughout the suite. Finally, I'll end today's performance with We Shall Overcome, a programmatic suite in four movements. A programmatic suite is a piece which tells a story through music. This suite tells the story of the songs, struggles, violence, and hope of the American Civil Rights Movement of the 1950s and 60s. My dear friend and colleague, the legendary soprano Laura English Robinson, will join me in today's performance of this suite. Now, sit back and enjoy a thrilling and diverse program of organ music. God bless you. Mrs. Rosa Parks was arrested on December 1st, 1955, after refusing to give up her seat to a white man in the white-only section of a segregated city bus in Montgomery, Alabama. 3 musical variations based on We Shall Overcome will express the simple belief in freedom, Mrs. Parks' graceful spirit, and her personal conflict between faith and fear after her arrest. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and Reverend Ralph David Abernathy Sr. led many protest marches throughout the South, beginning December 5th, 1955, with the bus boycott in Montgomery, Alabama. They sang spirituals of conviction, "Ain't gonna let nobody turn me round, keep on a-walkin', keep on a-talkin', walkin' up to freedom land." In the marches they prayed daily, "Guide my feet, Lord, while I run this race, for I don't want to run this race in vain." These spirituals were a testament of faith as they faced death at every turn on the marches. On Sunday morning, September 15th, 1963, 4 little girls who were dressed in their beautiful white dresses were preparing for Youth Day at 16th Street Baptist Church in Birmingham. They were killed after a bomb blast in the church basement at 9:00 a.m. This movement of the suite begins with the chiming of the 9th hour, followed by the organ playing the Sunday school song, Jesus Loves the Little Children, All the Children of the World. Red and yellow, black and white, they are precious in his sight. Jesus loves the little children of the world. Then the spiritual, get on board, little children, there's room for many a more, begins the death summons in the music. The dismal melody, accompanied by descending atonal fifths in the organ, anticipates the fatal bomb blast. The 4 explosive chords illustrate the bomb blast with the left hand playing the black keys D flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, while the right hand simultaneously plays on the white keys D, E, A, D. Black D-E-A-D against white D-E-A-D. In the analogy, these are indeed symbolic. The pedal point played by the feet on the note G stands for girls, and on the note D stands for death, compels the listener to experience a grotesque virtual reality to the past. Finally, this movement ends with the feet playing in the organ in the minor mode. Somebody's crying, Lord, kumbaya.
Jesus loves the little children, all the children of the world, red and yellow, black and white, they are precious in his sight. Jesus loves the little children of the world.
The final movement begins with the spiritual, "There is a balm in Gilead to make the wounded whole." There is a balm in Gilead to heal the sin-sick soul. Without this healing balm of hope, we would fall prey to endless desperation, despair, and depression. We have come over a way that with tears has been watered. We have come treading the path through the blood of the slaughtered. Yet deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. This is our hope, black and white together someday.
There is a balm in Gilead to make the wounded whole. There is a balm in Gilead to heal the sin-sick soul.
Thanks again for joining us for this special musical program. To support First Church and its many ministries, please go to www.firstchurchatl.org/giving. And for more information about us, please go to www.firstchurchatl.org or simply call us at 404-659-6255. The number for our prayer line is 762-244-3163. God bless you, dear friends.